Water is everywhere. We often take for granted the power it holds over us as humans. Drinking water provides us with sanitation and influences our well-being. Water and how we grow food has a profound effect on our ecosystems. Droughts, like in California, can affect entire nations. Floods, like in Calgary, can affect us locally. Famines, such as one in Africa, can involve the global community. And water even fuels our global economy. There are four key parts of water security: human well-being, ecosystems, climate change and water-related hazards, and economy.
Drinking water and human well-being. As you can see, as many as 783 million people live without clean drinking water and 2.5 billion without sanitation. We need a constant clean source of water to drink and to keep ourselves clean. This is vital because good hygiene prevents the spread of diseases such as flu and diarrhea. Also, many people walk many miles just to find a source of water. This dirty brown water can be deadly if not sanitized properly. Water this dirty comes from both human, such as companies and businesses, and natural sources. It is a shame that water illnesses causes the loss of 443 million school days. The cost of providing the whole world with water is vital, yet expensive. It'll cost $107 billion for 5 years.
Ecosystems. Water is vital to every living organism and ecosystem on Earth, and just like a cycle, our reserves of fresh water rely on ecosystems, and ecosystems depend on us to preserve them. It is important that we preserve these ecosystems through sustainable use of water and control pesticides and pollution we put in the water, unlike the giant floating mass of garbage in the Pacific Ocean. This is important. Without ecosystems, we wouldn't have a source of fresh water, putting more value in conservation efforts of these ecosystems, because those things can destroy ecosystems. However, we need to strike a balance between use of pesticides and other products and sustainable water use in order to both improve our economy and the environment. The reason for all this is because ecosystems provide the best filtration system for water and is vital to all organisms, even us.
Water-related hazard and climate change. The water cycle is an important part of how we get water. Rain can help provide us with needed water and provide a source of stability. Too little rain falling is a problem and can cause droughts and famines, while floods, which result from too much rain, cause tremendous damage. Water and climate change are intricately intertwined, as storms either become stronger or less frequent and affect the place that we all live. Climate change severely affects the quality of our collective water. However, it also brings attention to the need of these people and how badly their economies are affected by water crisis, such as the $2.2 billion loss in California.
Economy. For our final topic, we have economy. There are three main sectors of economy, which are energy, food, and industry. Energy requires water, whether it be steam turbine, hydroelectricity. Energy is something we use daily, yet is something that we take for granted. However, most of the water we consume is hidden within our food. It's literally used to produce every kind of product, whether it be meat, drinks, or fruit. It takes about 15,000 liters of water. In order to produce 1 kilogram of steak, well, it only takes 3,500 liters for 1 kilogram of rice. As more of our diet shift to more meat and dairy, we need to think consciously about how sustainable this will be, how we can grow our economy sustainably and feed everyone at the same time. Lastly, water we use in manufacturing is rising dramatically, along with the rising cost of efficient water technologies. This unsustainable use of water is necessary in order to keep growing the economy However, it should be noted that sustainable use will become better in the future. Water security is an issue that involves us all, and we can all help in many different ways. From sponsoring a project, digging wells, and initiatives like getting your school to buy and donate water. You can research and find ways to give through the internet, and you could take steps to make you and your homes more water wise.
So, according to our research and the information, we decided to interview someone with professional knowledge and critical source to have a clearer mind of what's going on with our water source. This is Robin Sauvé, leader in strategic services for environmental management at the City of Calgary. Hi, Ms. Sauvé, I'm Jerry. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Jerry. Nice to meet you.
So, we're now doing a social media documentary about the water security. We believe that water issue will be a big problem if people still keep wasting and polluting water. However, most people seem like they haven't realized or they have realized but are doing nothing. What do you think is the most pressing issue of the water in Calgary?
Do you know, if you ask most Calgarians that question, they would probably point to the floods because of the run that we had recently in 2013. It's a significant flood. We anticipated there will be more of those, and we're preparing as a city for those floods. But I actually think the more significant issue is probably the issue that what's causing the floods is the melting of these glaciers, because the poles are getting warmer and reducing how much glacier is left at the receding and alarming rate. And behind the floods, there's potentially no water to flood, so it's followed with drought.
So what do you think that causes those water issues?
Well, global warming is another name for climate change, and the amount of carbon dioxide that we're putting into our atmosphere is resulting in what we call greenhouse gas effect, and that is trapping the heat of the earth in a way that is reducing the snow-capped poles.
So at last, what do you think we can do to lessen the risk of water issue?
I think addressing the issues of climate change would be the most important thing to do, and so that's just using less, using cleaner sources of energy, using less water, using less energy, using less plastic, just using less, or use only what you need. And I think that if I could make a single pitch, it would probably be to stop using bottled water for two reasons. The bottles themselves are major contributors to greenhouse gases because plastics are made out of fossil fuels, but also it ends up taking water out of the supply in a way that makes it more difficult for municipalities to manage water. So you could end up benefiting the environment in two ways by just bringing reusable water bottles.
Oh, that's good. Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Sophie.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What are you doing?
And that's why my client is not guilty.
Objection! But we have video proof of the defendant committing the crime. Guilty. Not guilty.
Behind the scenes, we're filming in the outback. Phil is being a bird. Jerry doesn't know how to use a computer, and Ross is trying to remember stuff.
Water is vital to every living ecosystem and organism on Earth. And water is vital to every living organism and ecosystem on Earth. And our reserves of fresh water. Okay, it's like a cycle. Oh shoot. Go.
getting a school to buy and donate water.